Hey, what's up, guys? So I wanted to kind of do a follow-up on my state of the game video and kind of talk about how I would deal with some of the issues in the game. It's something I've been thinking about for a good majority of the day today. Um, so let's just go ahead and move forward with everything, I guess. So we'll go ahead and start with Arena here. So I think everyone's grievance with Arena is that it's boring as shit, right? Like it's just boring. I actually just made an auto comp so I don't have to do anything with it anymore. And so, like, looking for a way to spice up Arena, I don't really know what you can do. Some things I was thinking about, maybe like rotating, some degree of like maybe nerfs on specific units, specific elements, rotating or unit bans, community voted unit bans, like maybe one unit on offense for a week and then another unit on defense for a week. And then the community votes on what unit it wants banned. I think that would be pretty cool. You just participate in some kind of poll and you vote, and that unit gets banned for a week. And then after that unit gets banned, it gets put on cooldown for a set amount of time. You know what I mean? So that way, at least weekly, the meta is kind of different and it kind of keeps people on their toes. And you have to kind of rethink your defense, as it progresses. Another thing I was thinking is maybe, fire units get 20% more stats this week. You know what I mean? So it emphasizes the use on using fire units. Something like that. It's kind of what I was thinking. And I think that would kind of spark up the interest in Arena a little bit. And I think that would kind of solve the problem with it being boring. It would kind of be like the Hall of Trials treatment, but with Arena. So all the players have to cater to the certain buffs that are going on. So like, say Rangers are stronger one week or something. So you start seeing more Rangers on defense. You start seeing more Rangers on offense. I mean, granted, yeah, that would just be a Seaside blown a fuck fest, but you kind of get what I'm saying, right? Or maybe like one week, 3-star heroes get 50% more stats. Just some crazy shit like that. I think that would make Arena funner and just being funner. Wow, am I dead already? What did all that damage? Oh, I guess that was the full cleave. I might die. That was some damages. So that's what I'm thinking for like making this funner. And we also need more incentives for Arena, right? And this is kind of something I kind of thought of today. Like while I was walking my dog, I was just kind of spitballing ideas to myself. I was thinking like this might solve two problems, right? So obviously a lot of the community has an issue with gear RNG. And a lot of the community has an issue with how there's no incentive to do Arena. So I've been thinking to myself, like, of course it's got to be balanced. Wow, this villager does a lot of damage. I might still win, though. Oh, yeah, he got defense broke. Maybe if I didn't taunt there. No, I think I still win. Goodbye. Easy clap. Okay, so I lost my train of thought. Like,
Bruh.
so for incentive, I think we should have another currency that you get from winning Arena. But for this currency, I think it should be based on, like, I think we should separate flags, right? You have your paid flags and you have your free flags. And with so this way it helps free to play players just as much as it helps pay to win players or whatever. It helps everybody out equally, and it doesn't put an advantage on people that buy flags. So basically, you can gain open up another arena shop, right? Put various awards in there, and you could put some decent it doesn't have to be like as good as the arena gear, but maybe some like a purple set of arena gear or something that just kind of cycles relatively quick with different set pieces with various stats or something, just so you can buy a guaranteed piece of gear. You know how you have the shop here, right? How random pieces can randomly appear in here. I think you could have a shop kind of like this, right, where random pieces are appearing, but make them usable, you know. And it just depends on what rank you are. You level up that shop just as you would do another one, or maybe have it conclusive with whatever rank you are in arena. So say your challenger, you start getting higher tier gear to drop. Make the level cater to what rank you are, and then make the quality of the gear cater to what rank you are. So if you're consistently legend, you will see a higher degree of red pieces in the shop. If you're consistently champion, you'll see some red pieces, but probably the majority of them will be purple. And down the challenger, you'll see good amount of blue, good amount of purple, and the occasional red. You know what I mean? But give the gear decent subs, at least make them not able to have flats other than speed, and balance it to where you can't just buy a shit ton of gear. You know what I mean? You kind of have to pick and choose, kind of like what they're doing with the Hall of Trials, where you have to go in and you can buy 3 pieces a week. Do it kind of like that, or even have it just have all the sets, have the set rotate weekly, and then you could just buy a bunch of speed pieces, guaranteed getting no flats. You know what I mean? Just something to that degree. And I also think we should get a charm, 2 separate charms, and this will kind of help with the roll RNG on your gear, but not to the point where it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And I think this should be a monthly thing, to where you can get one charm would guarantee a high roll, and one charm would guarantee a roll into whatever stat you want, and you get these once a month. The catcher is you can only use them on one per one piece of gear. Okay, so that way you can't just get a 40 speed item or whatever, or 30 speed item, whatever the max would be on an 85. But you could potentially, start out with a 20 at plus 12 and then just guarantee you get that last speed roll and get 25. You know what I mean? Kind of like that. And I think it would be relative. I think it would be fine. It would be balanced, because say you use it on a piece of gear, right? And you use it up for the month, and you have 28 days or whatever until you can do it again, but you just got this sick piece of gear. So are you going to leave the sick piece of gear at 12 for a month to guarantee you get that last good roll, or are you just going to go ahead and gamble and roll it now? So it kind of makes you pick and choose where you're going to put this into your gear. I don't think we should get them, it could even be a weekly thing, but I think that would drastically increase the gear quality of everybody. And it would kind of further gap the higher tier players with the lower tiers. So I think doing it once a month would be a little bit better. And I think tying it to flags that you get that are generated, not necessarily flags that you buy to cater to the shop, that means it benefits everybody the same. So you can't just get more gear from the special shop just because you buy arena flags and someone else doesn't. But to that same degree, I don't think you should have to use every single flag to buy out the shop every week. You know what I mean? I think it should be if you use, about 75% of all the flags that you generate, you should be able to clear the shop weekly. Whatever's in the shop is whatever's in the shop. It's just a different currency. It's kind of like the guild shop here, right? For what they're doing with the Guild War, you have It's basically the same concept, but you have it for arena as well. You know what I mean? So like you have these commander's armbands. Just add something like this to arena. And then you have like this right here could be the charm, and then you have like instead of fucking catalyst chests that no one cares about right now. No one spends their currency on these. Like literally nobody. They're buying this and they're buying this. Like so if they did a shop that where you could just buy gear from that had guaranteed no flats, I think it would actually do really well. I thought of most of this on the spot. Like I was kind of pitching around ideas of myself earlier and I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. But I actually think like this would incentivize me to do arena. And I don't think it's ridiculous to do either. You know what I mean? It's another way to farm gear. Like you can farm gear from PvPing that aside from just the PvP gear that comes around like every 3 months. You know what I mean? So you buy out this shop and then you don't care anymore about any of the stuff. And then you just got charms in here or this, or the slate or whatever, you know? And it could be another way for us to get a Molagora consistently using your free to play flags. This is just an idea I was thinking about, and I just kind of wanted to pitch it with you guys. You know, I do have a YouTube channel, so I could at least talk to somebody about it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Like, do you think this is a good idea, or do you think I'm a retard, or whatever? I think it's a pretty cool idea, and I just kind of wanted to share it with everybody. So let me know what you guys think. If you want me to do more stuff like this, let me know. I like to talk. I like to hear myself talk. I like to hear myself say a lot. You know what I mean? So, yeah, drop a like. Let me know in the comments. And if you're new here, subscribe. All that stuff. Peace.